Tom filled his gas tank 4 times last week. Here are the amounts of gas he bought in gallons. What is the total? Total means add. Amount of gas Tom bought last week. I'm going to do 2 numbers at a time. So just start with 3.15. And I'm going to add 18. Now that 18 doesn't have a decimal, but since we're working with decimal numbers, you've got to make it have a decimal by putting a 0.0. So when you're writing a decimal under another decimal, you put the decimal point first, and then fill in the numbers beside the decimal, so 8 and 0. And then any extra numbers, we had a 1 in front of the 8, so write that down. So once you get that number written down, any holes in the problem get zeros as well. So we said we're going to add all these. So when you're adding, you bring down your decimal. Decimals first. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 plus 8 is 11. Write the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that takes care of that one. Now we're going to add 14.7 more. Decimal point first. We have a 4 and a 7 next to that decimal point. And we also have a 1 in front of the 4. That takes care of that number. We have a hole here, so put a 0. Bring down the decimal first, and start adding. 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 7 is 8. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. Now we're going to add 4.1. So decimal first. You have a 4 and a 1 next to that decimal. That's the number. Any holes get zeros, and we're adding. Bring down your decimal. 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 3 plus 0 is 3. So he bought 39.95 gallons of gas. Tammy bought 4 books at a bookstore. Here are their prices in dollars. What is the total? Again, total means add. This whole lesson is addition, so okay, 5.82. The next number, you write the decimal first. We have a 2 and a 1 next to that decimal. We also have a 1 in front of the 2. So that's the number. Fill in any holes with zeros and add. So bring down the decimal first. 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7. And you have, oops, I forgot to put a 0 in that hole. 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, this 4, we have to make it 4.0 because it doesn't have any decimals, any whole numbers. You have to add 0.0 to it. So decimal point first, fill in the numbers beside the decimal. So that's that number. Any holes get zeros and add. Decimal point first. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 0 is 9. 7 plus 4 is 11. Write the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 0 is 2. Now we're going to add 18.57. Decimal first. We have an 8 and a 5 next to the decimal. Now the other numbers. We have a 1 in front of the 8 and a 7 after the 5. And we are going to add these. Decimal first. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. Write the 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 8 is 10. Write the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. So it's $40.49 is how much she paid at the bookstore. Sorry, I need to make this a little bit longer here. Okay. Kira bought 4 books at a bookstore. Here are their prices in dollars. What's the total amount Kira paid at the bookstore? So we start with 13.2. The next number is 17.94. You write the decimal first. We have a 7 and a 9 next to that decimal. We have a 1 in front of the 7 and a 4 after the 9. Any holes get zeros, and we add. decimal first, bring down the decimal, and start adding. 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 9 is 11. Write the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 7 is 11. Write the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Now we're going to add a 2, but it's not a decimal, so you have to make it a 2.0. So 2.0 takes care of that number. Fill in any holes. We're adding, bring down the decimal. 4 plus 0 is 4. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. Now we're going to add 8.01. Fill in missing blanks with zeros and add. 4 plus 1 is 5. 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 plus 8 is 11. Write the 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 0 is 4. $41.15 is how much she paid.